Hey guys, and welcome back here to the Hillside Farm. Today let me show you something that is completely amazing. Okay, now this little area right here, there's a creek that kind of goes around me. There's this little part that sticks out, and I have some trees that I was going to plant, and I'll show you those in a second, and this is how they relate to this video. But I kind of walked around, and as I was trying to find a good spot to plant, I started noticing this one plant growing abundantly. Now, I'm not going to spoil it for you just yet, but I will tell you it's been around for a little while, and by a little while I'm talking 100 million years. The plant, you may or may not know, it is called the horsetail. Okay, now let me show you what I discovered here at the farm by the creek. Alright, so as I've mentioned, this plant has been around for 100 million years, from the Jurassic period. Okay, so this plant has been around for quite a long time. It is the only member left of its kind. You know, everything else has gone extinct. There's an extensive fossil record of this plant, and it is so cool. I mean, it evolved way before a lot of the modern features of modern plants and things like that. So I mean, check it out. It does have this really kind of these nodes, and I guess it looks like the end of a horse's tail with like the hair would be kind of like a ponytail, right? So this is the horsetail. But look at that. There's everywhere. Right there, right there. It's a whole little cluster right there. Some over here. And I'm not even going to walk over and show you the rest because I don't want to step on it. But this entire area, as I kind of zoom out right here, this whole area is very moist. And recently we had some really heavy rain and flooding. There's actually a layer of sand that was deposited over here. So these plants definitely need a water environment. That's how they reproduce through the spores, needing a moist environment, and this is a perfect little spot for them. And truth be told, I actually considered buying some of the plants or even some seeds or something to try to grow my own, to kind of like put them on this property, because I've always been kind of obsessed with just prehistoric plants and things like that. It's pretty cool for me. So to find them here at the farm already in place, that is just amazing. And to continue this prehistoric theme for this episode, let me show you something else and go back to talking about what I was going to plant here instead before I made that amazing horsetail discovery. Okay, like I said, continuing the prehistoric theme, this plant here, if you watch some of my videos about growing the Dawn Redwood from seed, well, here you go. Some of them are finally being planted out here at the farm. Like I mentioned, this is a very moist area, just like where the horsetails were at. So they do like that moist environment. So this plant has been around for a very long time as well. It was once thought to be extinct, as you know, until very few specimens were brought back from China, and has subsequently been basically redistributed and grown as an ornamental or landscaping plant. But I'm trying to reforest this little patch here with some Dawn Redwoods, and with my new friends the Horsetails down by the creek. This is actually a pretty exciting little development. So I do have some ginkgo trees I grew from seed at the Hillside Gardens. They're doing fine. I may take some cuttings from those and incorporate them down here in a more of a just keeping to the theme of the prehistoric, or the living fossils, if you will. Some have been called that. And anyways, let me show you one last little update on the Dawn Redwood that I planted last year, and you'll see how that one's doing, and how if it wintered over, and how it's faring right now. So getting a closer look at this Dawn Redwood, I actually bought this last year as just basically a stick, right? When they send you trees in the mail, it's just a little stick. But it has overwintered. It's been not fertilized. Kind of zoom in here. The leaves are kind of starting to bud out right there. It's not there we go, better picture. But I'm not really too sure if the tops of this plant have actually survived or not. I'll give it some time. They do look like there are some buds that are developing up top. So the plant looks like it's growing from the bottom and then working its way up, which is cool. But this plant did overwinter, which gives me some hope that the ones I'm growing from seed, hopefully with them being started from seed, a head start. This is the middle of April, so they've been growing since January 1st when I started them. So they're off to a good start, and this ground is nice and moist. I couldn't be happier with the success so far. So there you go, guys, for today's episode, just showing you a little bit of the prehistoric theme at the Hillside Farm up here. We'll get back to some more gardening things as I've been so busy today just getting stuff going. We planted a bunch of raspberry plants. We've got carrots going, potatoes, all kinds of stuff. So here's just a little kind of a nice look at how spring is starting to develop here at the farm. Everything is turning green. It's very nice and lush. It's time for the growing season to begin. But we're starting off here with the trees as they can take a little bit more of the cooler weather. And there you go, guys. There's a nice little shot of the berries off in the distance. And like I mentioned, we will do an episode only on the berries and kind of focus on that and how I went about planting them and my intentions and plans for them going forward. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy this video. Please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time out here at the farm. Bye.